Good morning, Ms. Atilano.
Good morning, Ms. Rodriguez.
Why don't you start off by telling me what your area of concern is with the student?
Okay, so I've been having problems with this student not working well with others and when doing group work.
Okay, have you addressed this problem with him?
Yes, I actually have. I've pulled him out and spoken to him individually, so I've conferenced with him one-on-one, and I've actually also addressed it as soon as I see the issue happening, but it has not helped.
Okay. What interventions have you tried before?
Well, I actually moved him around to every single group, and no matter what group I put him in, the problem still occurs.
Okay. Is this occurring in one specific subject, or is it happening across all subject areas?
It's actually happening across all subject areas. It's actually having a domino effect. Once he starts, everyone starts, and it's really hard to get the class back on task, and he doesn't seem to be interested in one specific subject, so it is happening within all subject areas.
Okay, so you don't feel that he has one specific interest in any other subject?
No, I see no interest in one specific subject.
Okay. Do you have an anchor chart for the group work assignments?
No, I actually don't have any anchor charts.
Okay. Have you guys ever role played on what group work assignments should look like?
No, I have never role played, but I have given them their roles to a specific job, but I have never done any role playing.
Okay. Have you ever provided them with detailed descriptions and detailed role expectations?
No, I haven't gone over expectations for each role because they're in fifth grade and they're older now, so I figured that they would already know what to do since they're older.
Getting ready to go to middle school.
Exactly.
Okay. What is your classroom environment like?
Well, for the most part, most of my students are not on task, but with redirection, they get back on task, and with the exception of this one particular student.
Okay. Okay, so I feel that let's talk a little bit about the interventions that we could come up with. So I don't know, from my experience when I was a classroom teacher in fifth grade, I noticed that even though they're getting ready to go to middle school, sometimes this age level still continues to need modeling on what their behavior should be like. So maybe we can do some modeling on what each role requires and the description, the expectations for every single one. So I was thinking that maybe we can together create a skit on, I have some examples, but we can modify it to where it fits your classroom and your style of teaching. And we could create a skit where the kids can model for the classroom what group work should look like. What do you think?
Yeah, actually, it sounds like a great idea. What if we provide a major role for this particular student?
You want to include them in the skit?
Yes,
okay,
definitely.
I think that would be a great idea. Okay, and then once they practice it and they're ready, we could present it to the class.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so along with that, I feel that, I have some anchor charts for group work, but again, we can talk about it together and we could collaborate to fit one that fits your classroom.
Okay.
So we'll create an anchor chart that gives a description and specific detailed expectations of what each role requires. For example, the leader, we could give a description of what the leader's job is, and then we could give the expectations for each one. We could do, for example, for the leader, the recorder, the speaker, whatever pertains to that specific subject.
Okay.
Okay, so we could create a couple of them for the subjects that you use group work, and then little by little, maybe we could create just a generic one. Once they learn, we could create a generic one that we can have for all subjects.
Okay.
Okay, and then along with that, I was thinking that because this is about one student, maybe we could work on him self-monitoring
Okay.
because I feel like he's not taking ownership of his own behavior. So I was thinking, I have a work rubric for self-monitoring that I've used in the past, but again, we can collaborate if it doesn't work for you, if you want to make some changes. And instead of having the words, maybe we could have a sad face, a so-so face, and a happy face. And then after you fill it out, you can have a one-on-one after every group work assignment. You can have a one-on-one, and then you guys can discuss how he did.
Okay.
And I was thinking that, I don't know, maybe praising him would be great for him, praising on how well he did.
Yes, and I think also providing maybe incentives.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll work, is incentives will be praising, and then what will be praising, and then incentives of, I don't know, maybe no homework pads.
No homework pads, or
or
maybe having
treats.
yes, a treat from the treasure box, a toy from the treasure box, or
Okay, that's a great idea. Okay, so then, at the beginning, you could do it every single time he has a group work assignment, and then little by little, as he progresses and he improves, then you could select only one assignment of group work out of the week.
okay.
Okay, so I was thinking that we can meet in about 3 weeks to see how it's going.
Okay, yeah,
You think-
3 weeks. Yeah, sounds reasonable.
Sounds
Yes.
reasonable? Okay,
Mhm.
and then we could collaborate again. I mean, if it's working, maybe we could continue with it, and if it's not working, then we can modify it and make some changes to make sure that it helps.
Okay, definitely. Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.